Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
That pass has been well intercepted. Dixon, Nesta, for O'Shea, and it's Yaya Toure. Now it's Eze, Roberto Carlos. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. He's in a great position here. No foul, says the referee. Ronaldinho. O'Shea. Melbourne City have reclaimed it. Nice looking ball. Threads one in. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. They get a throw in. And that's definitely not his best. Ryerson. Collar. Oh, cracking. Eze! Eze out of this world! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So, a breakthrough already. Couldn't squeeze it through. Well, that looks a decent ball. Inter Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Gabriel. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Nesta is very much of the... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Eze. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent.
Real chance! It's there! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Now it's Gabriel. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Eze.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And it's claimed by the keeper. That has been cut short. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Beckham. A probing pass. Nice interception, well timed. Chiellini spots it and intercepts. Collar. Back into the middle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lobbed in behind, and this is Gabriel. Eze has found the net here, of course. O'Shea, chance here to counter. And it's Ronaldinho. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's O'Shea. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Ronaldinho. Dixon. And the pass is intercepted. Now that's well seen too. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well timed, excellent interception. Can he spark a counter here? Nicely weighted ball. Tevez in acres of space out wide.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Hakimi clears it away. And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So we're into the second 45. Roberto Carlos going full steam ahead down the left flank. Gets his head on it! Marvellous goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Certain, searing and imperious.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Cleared away. Done delicately. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Hoisted in, punched away. Crossed in once more. Keeper's dealt with that.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Pass is just off target.
Inter are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Hakimi getting this one clear. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Melbourne City choosing to make the first change. and claimed it back swiftly. Looking for the run.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from him.
And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Baresi with the clearance. No way through, so great chance! Well read, and the danger is averted. And now the breakaway. Eze is onto it in a flash. Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos, a picture of focus and alertness. Now it's Haaland. Haaland has been caught there, it's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. The player's body language here is a bit grim, it is not looking great at all.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Melbourne City making another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
And now they can clear their lines. Koller was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Can he get on the end of this? And that pass just didn't quite work.
Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route.
Oh, terrible mistake. And Marmouche! And yes, it's there! It's level again! What a match we have!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 6, numero 11, Ronaldinho.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Melbourne City really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, super find. And he was quick to react. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
O'Shea. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as...
Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Van Nistelrooy really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Played into the box.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Flashes it across. Oh, what a climb! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. 5 minutes to add. Messi touches it back. Tries to pass it through. Beckham! Now, who's going to be... Oh, what has happened here? Crosses it, he rises! That was superb goalkeeping.
Van Nistelrooy clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
And it's been taken short. And here's Beckham. Beckham with the cross. That has not gone well. Nicely shaped ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Yaya Toure. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. Oh, that is a nice touch. And time is up. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Manchester United.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Free-flowing, fluid, flexible, just some of the words that describe the genius that is Ruud Gullit, a player whose impact on the game remains so profound, so relevant today.
Yeah, you could almost say he was the very first all-action, all-athletic number 10. All those marauding runs from deep, going box to box, these weren't the sort of things expected from a playmaker back in his day.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Great run on the overlap here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Pelé. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Scholes going full steam ahead down the left flank. Played in by Roberto Carlos. And he's quick to get it clear again. Pelé does really well to win the ball there. Inter Milan appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. First quarter of an hour gone. Davids.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Nicely weighted ball. Pings in across. Van Bouten can get it clear. Pull it. Oh, shot, surely! And he's there to get it away. Tevez proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Vieira. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Scholes. Costa Curta.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. Gullit in acres of space out wide. And that should get the job done. Van Nistelrooy, distributed tidily.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking for options for movement. That is good alertness. Vieira. And it's Davids. And that could set him on his way. He's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Over to the other side. Roberto Carlos. Baresi. Now, can they get him away? Brilliantly cut out. O'Shea. Yaya Toure is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Strong running down that left flank. Here's Scholes. Van Nistelrooy. And it's Scholes. Roberto Carlos.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
The goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now there's a fine chance for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Baresi gets it away. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? Marvellous goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
Un minuto di recupero.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the action is back on the way.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Tevez. Dixon. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Pele conjures time and space where few can. Chips it through.
He'll be disappointed with that.
Schmeichel clears it away. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Dixon. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely shaped ball. Good ball over the top. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, that's well spotted. Inter Milan, still this single goal behind. Dixon. Back towards the middle. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Gullit did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Here's a sharp little ball here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Ronaldinho. And it's Ronaldinho. It's Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they win it back again. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Cruyff. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's found a way through. Flings in across. He can get that clear. Now it's Tevez. Van Belten. Baresi. And it's Roberto Carlos. Van Nistelrooy. And he's been shifted off it. Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that. Van Belten. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Threads one in. Ronaldinho looking to run onto it. Shoots! Oh no, what has happened here? Hangs in across.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Cristiano Ronaldo is wide and looking to get onto this. Dixon. Here's Roberto Carlos.
Manchester United have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Costa Curta. Now he's off and running. Roberto Carlos calmly anticipates. And it's O'Shea. Inter Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now. Inter really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to...
He rises! He's got a goal! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 9. Van Nistelrooy.
So, time for
Numero
changes
34.
on both sides,
Tevez.
actually.
Numero
So
11.
all square with
Ronaldinho.
almost no time
Numero
remaining.
8.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Il numero 20. Il numero 19.
Messi. Passing is crisp and
Il
sharp.
numero 10. Il numero 4. Cambio di giocatori. Ci
This
sarà
might
un
stick
minuto di
chance!
recupero.
Defending of the desperate variety. And we're done. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Signore e
Inter
signori,
certainly
vi
had some
ricordiamo-
good...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Inter e Messico.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Eze does well to get it back. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Van Nistelrooy. Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's a key interception. Reinders. He's in a great position here. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. And back to the goalkeeper. Looking to play him in. He's picked his way. Eze! Reinders. Now it's Messi. Toure calmly anticipates. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Foden, and it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Still goalless. Eze. Looking for options for movement.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, easy pickings there. Goes looking wide. Roberto Carlos, terrific header! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And that's put paid to a promising move. Roberto Carlos. Ball is over the line. And the pass is intercepted. Shifted it to the flank, and he's being shifted off it. That's a lovely, neat pass.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! He's scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded.
And the shot! And he's there to get it away. Andrik. And Reinders. Not the most accurate pass. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for the run, and he's in on goal. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Yaya Toure. Knocks it out wide. Shot and a chance! And one more try! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Mexico with the corner, there first. Cleared away. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now that looks a decent ball. Takes a shot! Goal! Inter! And they're back in front. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Inter Milan take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Van Nistelrooy going full tilt down the left. Threads one in. And he lines up a cross. And that has been knocked clear. In once more. And the ball is out of play. Foden. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Toure gets a foot in here. Foden. Foden goes steaming forward. Nicely weighted ball. And it's made its way to him. And that'll be the last act of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Well, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Inter Milan are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. Here we go again. Reinders. Ronaldinho gets over and intercepts. And the volley. And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Reinders. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has found the way through. Raul going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. He is on the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Rijkaard. And he's forced to go back. He's a sharp little ball here. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. He's found a way through. Oh, it's chance for a shot! Well, there's the clearance.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah,
And Van Nistelrooy! Denied by an instinctive save.
well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Eze goes short. Eze's cross. Big header! He scores! And he is just ripping it up. Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Inter Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
He's through here. No, that's been intercepted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Quick look, then plays it in. McAllister. Now it's Reinders. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that was vital. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Foden. Well, that has not gone well. Keeper's got good distance on that. And it's Roberto Carlos. Eze. Roberto Carlos is in a really good position out wide. That pass has been well intercepted. Ronaldinho. Good ball, good take. Serginho. Played out to the left flank. Great vision. Spread neatly. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, no circumventing this opponent. He won't be happy with that one. McAllister. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Raul showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, convincing, that most certainly wasn't. He did well to rescue it, though, I'll give him that.
And he's quick to snatch it back. He's through, now is he in? Ronaldinho! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So now the difference is 3. He's shifting through the gears here. Shapes to shoot! And with that, the final whistle. Inter Milan pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves